pet monument, you need to start with a heavy base. So I usually use an upside down pot. Then I find the centre at the top and the centre at the bottom, and I draw a line in the middle going down. Then I draw grid lines going across, marking out the height of the letters I want to use and the spacing between those lines. Then I need to find the centre of the words I'm using or the lines I'm using. I find the centre letter or space, and I make sure that goes over the top of that centred line. Then I need to make sure it's going to fit the pot. So I count out the letters and spaces and mark them out on the pot. So in order to fit that in, each letter needs to be 1.5 centimetres wide, and the spacing needs to be 1 centimetre wide as a maximum. Otherwise I couldn't fit it in. Then halfway up the height of the letters, I mark a line going across to help me write these letters down with a little bit of uniformity. So every cross of an H is going to be at the same spot. The bottom of the loop of the P will stop at the same spot, and same with any other letter that I'm writing. And I applied the same technique right across the pot. You'll notice on the bottom that the date is written with narrower letters. The reason I've done it like that is because to have done it any wider, it wouldn't have fitted. Then once you've done all of that, you can apply the permanent marker. The reason I trace permanent marker over the letters is because it enables me to wash the lead pencil off the pot without smudging the outline of the letters that I want to trace later with the paint. You just need to make sure you don't apply too much pressure on the letters so that they won't smudge. Even though it's not supposed to, it can if it's not dry enough and if you apply too much liquid at that point in time. So here I'm going over the top with acrylic paint. I use ordinary artist acrylic paint, but if you want something more permanent, you might use an outdoor undercoat paint, which you refer to as a primer, and you could paint that right across the surface or just underneath where you want to write your letters, and then you can trace over the top with a tinted weather shielded paint. In my case, I'll have to keep it somewhere sheltered until next Halloween so it doesn't get damaged. So here I'm highlighting the letters. I've used mostly white paint with a small amount of fluorescent green mixed through. Doing it like this provides a nice effect. I usually do at least 2 coats because the terracotta pot does absorb the paint a little bit. And I've provided this clip to show you that you can fix your mistakes. So here I've made a smudge on the edge. You can easily remove that with a damp sponge with a mixture of water and detergent. You just got to get in there quickly and not actually wipe it over the letters if you can help it. And here also I've shown that I've gone over the letters there a little bit with the outline paint. That doesn't matter, my focus is to make sure that the outline is looking good. So again, as I mentioned before, I do the second coat and then I just go over the top of the black paint once it's all dry and neaten it all up. I usually like to make the name at the top bigger than the rest of the wording on the body, but in this case I just didn't have the room. I also like to make the epitaph rhyme or be funny or ironic. In this case it's ambiguous because did Hoppy croak as in die, or did he just make the noise croak? Buddy is a play on words. It refers to dogs being man's best friend. And he's forever in my heart as all my dogs are forever in my heart. So here's the finished product with the statue on top. I hope you enjoyed the craft and I'd like to wish you a very happy Halloween.